How would you like some good advice?
Here's another new email.
I love advice.
We need some advice.
It's time for mail call. Check my email.
I think I have all the advice that I can handle.
You got mail. Especially good advice.
Got an email from a young lady about ready to get married, going to get married next month in May. She says both of her folks, her parents, are divorced. They both have remarried. Her stepdad has been in her life since she was around 6 years old, and she thinks of him as her real father because he's always been there for her. Rarely speaks to her biological father, has very little to do with him. Getting ready to get married late May, and not sure which father should walk down the aisle with me. If you were me, who would you choose? And she finishes the email. The answer is not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, because the simple answer to me might be, well, of course, the stepfather, because he's been with her through the trials and tribulations of her growing up since 6 years old. But I can imagine that she feels somewhat of a pull toward her biological father who gave her life, you know?
What if she were to ask her stepfather what to do because they're close? Mm-hmm. Maybe he would say, ask your dad. Maybe he would decline. And what's wrong with both of them walking her down the aisle? Is that bad? I mean, as I just read this email, is it bad for both of them to walk her down the aisle?
Unless the two can't stand each other. There's going to be a fight breaking out, you know?
We've got a Jerry Springer wedding right here on tap. Tom, what do you think, man?
The stepfather, absolutely. I mean, he's been more in her life than the real father has, so why not the stepfather?
I would take the stepfather, but I also think that maybe asking the real father first, but I believe I would have the stepfather. He's been in her life more than the real father has been.
I think that maybe there's a possible solution where her biological dad walks her so much down the aisle, and then her stepdad actually gives her away.
Like a relay on the track.
Yeah.
Don't drop her along the way. Though. That could be very
handoff.
bad. Yeah.
Her stepdad has been there, you know, with her through thick and thin, so he should have the honors of giving her away.
To me, the solution is simple. Ask a third party.
I think both. My daughter got married in March last year, and her stepdad and her father walked her down the aisle.
How did that all work out?
It worked out really good. The stepmother didn't like it, but the father and the stepfather were fine with it.
Just so they don't both pull on each arm, you know?
Well,
She's mine.
and then
No, mine.
No, we
She's
cut her
mine.
down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they both were really good about it.
My daughter waited until she was 31 years old to get married, and her father had not been in her life since she was about 6 months old, other than sporadically through her life. She loves her father. Her grandfather, my father, was a big role in her life. He helped her buy a car, her first car, was always there for her. And so her father started walking her down the aisle, and her grandfather picked up halfway down the aisle, and they all walked together to the
That
altar.
is beautiful.
We thought so because as her father was there in the beginning, her grandfather also came up and picked up. That was her choice, and she wouldn't have had it any other way.
Thank you for taking time to call. That's a good idea.
Thank you. You'll have a great day.
All great ideas. Our listeners are the best at helping out people.
Darn right.
You know, if you have a problem that you want us and the listeners to deal with, then please send it on to us, either Melissa at WPCB.com or Roger at WPCB.com. You could hit us up on Facebook. We love to help.